Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Rockets will kick it away first. Fair catch called for and made. The offense set for a first down play. They'll leave it with him. At the 35, he's loose. And he breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Topper. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're lining up to boot it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense set on first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Looking downfield, it's Gleason. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They're going to throw it again. He fires a bullet to the right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
On the move, it's Hutchinson. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long with a run, get a touchdown, Jesse. I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Let's go! Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Flushed out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The give to the back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. The play action fake. Feeling some heat. He's open on the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way back up.
Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Back to pass. It's Gleason. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Newton. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Dropping back, it's Gleason. He turns that loose down the right side. And he makes the grab at the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. He makes a grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Toledo.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get...
Going over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Hilltoppers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Going up top on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Looking for a man. It's Gleason. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that we had.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're trying to get to it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense. You take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They feed him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's going to take off. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it paid dividends on that third down.
Lets it fly. Finds his man enough for the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Hilltoppers will have it 1st and 10.
Western Kentucky, 14. Toledo, 7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, WKU.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive.
He's taking the shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw, it's Gleason. Works the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. The back goes in motion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with a loss.
Takes the handoff. It's Hampton. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, They're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're in for a touchdown late in this game.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Western Kentucky, 28. Toledo, 7.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting till the bitter end, as they will concede defeat. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.